Hi, and we're live. Welcome, Daylight Burners. Robby McKinley is back
Welcome,
on the
brain cell
show.
burners. Talking to Matt every day, burn some brain cells.
Well, it happens. It happens.
The fuck you always gonna call me so late?
Hey, West Coast time, man.
Well, God's time, man.
Well, you're an hour off of God's time.
Okay.
Oh, how hot was it? Oh, I had to go mow. I let the grass get a little bit too long. Like
Go up a hot wire.
Huh?
Go up a hot wire.
I should.
I say that, but man, I'm getting fucking old.
Yeah.
Hear me out here. I've been watering my grass
By hand?
and fertilizing and spraying weed.
Do you have the urge to sell propane and propane accessories?
Well, has came up.
Well, I thought I was always Hank Hill until I get more into this libertarian / conspiracy theory world, and I'm totally become Dale Gribble. Little squirrely.
Yeah, you fucking are.
Squirrel tactic.
God. Hey, you see the shape of this hat?
I do.
It's rough.
Well, Josh put out he sent me a design for a collaboration shirt.
Yeah, he texted
red.
it to me. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
He texted to me. He said, "Hey, bust up that checkbook." I was like, "Oh fuck, you trade them for checks?" I thought you wanted fucking money. I got a whole book of checks. I'll send you right now.
I'll send you a whole book of them.
Yeah, I thought you fucking needed money for them things.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna launch a pre-sale right after the raffle ends. We'll launch it.
I was talking about it.
Well, he hadn't got back to me yet, but he had been working on a couple designs. Oh, we'll see. I don't know if we got any more left. I gave away all mine.
Can't even hardly see that son bitch no more.
That's probably good. They don't need to be associated with this podcast.
Sorry. Here.
Yeah. If anybody tried real hard, if they scoured for any more than like 20 minutes, they could figure out exactly where I work. But
I told my wife, I was like, kind of being associated with old Mateo, I think I should take my place of work off my Facebook page.
I haven't said anything real outlandish. I don't think.
No, I think you're good. Man, You should be down here right now. I can hear accordion music down the way over there.
No, is it Quince or what?
No, it's fucking Carlos. He must be getting fucked up.
Oh, nice.
Because when he's playing music, he's fucked up.
Well, it's one of three things. It's a funeral, or it's a quince, or it's just a random party night.
Well, I used to go over there quite a bit, and I'd take my wife. But you know me, the more drunk I get, the more Espanol I think I know.
You'll become a Robby Hill.
Yes,
with the Espanol.
I talk some, it's okay. So I think the last time was like me and my wife partied over there. They were having a kid's birthday or something. Kids went to bed, and the adults got shit house. And I'm sitting there, and I told them, I said, my wife went to school. She took college Spanish and all that shit. And I just know a little bit of Spanish. But we're sitting there, and they were all trying to translate, talking English. And I guess I kept saying the same fucking things in Spanish over and over and over and over again, like I was having a conversation. And at one point, I said, look, you guys don't have to translate. I sat my wife took college Spanish. So they stopped talking in English.
Did you immediately regret that decision?
I didn't. I was fucked up. She was not fucking thrilled about the whole scenario.
I bet not.
They stopped fucking saying anything in English. I didn't know what the hell they were saying. You goddamn 5 lines in Spanish. The only 5 you really knew. Oh, well.
speaking of your wife, how did the beer run go?
Oh, so right. So we saw that kid posted something on the Burning Daylight page about how, and he misspoke. Right. If you go to Target, they'll price match, and he said on their website, a 30 rack of Coors Light is like $2.50 or something.
Yeah.
But not only I told you, and I told you it was bullshit. Well, now 10 minutes later, I see something that pops up on Amazon. It's like $2. So I go, look, sure as shit. I sent you that fucking deal. And I told her, I said, hey, you need to run in and do that. She goes, no, I ain't going to Target. I'll spend money. I was like, well, go get about a pallet of fucking beer for $2. And finally she goes, well, I guess I'll run to Target. I said, I thought you weren't going to. She goes, well, you're making me. I said, hey, whoa, I ain't making you do a fucking thing. And she goes, well, you asked me to. I said, yeah, I was kind of joking. She goes, well, even if they say no, it'll be good for the blog. So
shameless plug, Acre Farm blog. Go check it out.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, if you can go to www.theacrefarm.com, check out my wife's blog. She's funny as shit.
Yeah.
No cases of beer. So I don't know if they had caught on, but all they had was 12 packs. And she was right. She spent like $70 fucking on useless ass shit.
Uh-huh.
But I forgot to follow up with you on that. I don't know if they figured it out or what. They figured Bezos was sticking it to him.
If that's what his plan is, it's genius because it's putting it right where it hurts.
Well, and it's been up for a while at that price, so I don't know how much. I don't think it's going to change. I think it's like, fuck y'all. I don't know.
Well, that just shows you how much markup there is.
Do what?
That just shows you how much they mark shit up.
Oh, I know.
That's a 10 times markup.
Yeah.
240 because it's about $24 a 30 pack.
A little bit more, I think.
Yeah, I think Walmart. Well, see they sell 36 packs here, and it's right around $22-25 somewhere around there.
Right. Yeah, I think at Walmart it is $22, which is we passed that deal now where Walmart sells 6 point.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I was like, I told her when my wife left, I said, "Hey, take the pickup."
Well, it's crazy how quickly you get used to the Nevada liquor laws, which is basically the Wild West. And you go to the bar, every place is a bar. If you leave the bar, if you still want some road skis, you're like, hey, can I get a 6-pack to go? And they're like, yep, no problem. Add it to my tab.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, a bottle of whiskey.
Out here in the West.
Yeah, bottle of whiskey, 6-pack to go, don't matter. They'll do it.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about in the city. I don't know about in the city, but every bar here in town, they'll sell you beer to go.
Hold on real quick. You see if this fucking thing works. Oh. Now it's a party. That's distracting.
Oh shit! Strobe light. Bam.
It's not supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's light on my toolbox.
Is it not that kind of party?
Light on my toolbox.
Huh.
I guess we're partying.
All right.
I finally got the goddamn boat out of here. Now I have a '97 Chevy in here.
Oh, cool.
That's why I wanted you to call me earlier. I messed with this, and then I almost built my wife a fucking chicken coop, and I'm damn near dog tired.
No, I went and took that new client horse out in the desert for about, probably about 15 miles, pretty close to it. And then they've got the Night in the Country music festival going on over in Yerington, just the next valley over. So it's like that, kind of like Country Stampede. It's supposed to be like 30,000 people there. Something stupid. But Yeah, I had to go into town to get fuel, and luckily the traffic wasn't too bad, but the cell phone service was god awful because there's just so many people in there right now. One of the bands that's playing there is from Reno. They opened for Boland the other night, which that was a cool show. Boland apparently does not have a lead guitarist at the moment, or he didn't have it at that show, so he played lead guitar.
No shit.
Dude can fucking wail. Like I figured he probably.
I'll do backup.
I figured he probably could, but like we've never seen him play lead. He always just plays acoustic for the most part. But now he broke out the Telecaster, he broke out the Stratocaster, and just wailed. Yeah, it was pretty good.
And that you said that show was dead, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck.
There's maybe 100 people there, maybe. It was
bowling and shit. Here's to you, here's to me, best of friends we ever be. But if we ever disagree, fuck you.
Fuck you. Here's to me. Oh, what are you sipping on?
That's that good old Canadian Club I told you about.
Oh yeah, Canadian Club, huh? Well, I'm classing up the joint with a little PBR, working man's beer. Nice.
We're not in college anymore.
Fat tire. Oh man.
Fat tire.
Oh man.
Speaking of bowling, you want to get into that?
Oh shit. Well, if he'd only been on his bus, I'm sure we could have partied with him.
So, what was that? I can't remember what the fuck was going on, but me and you made a 3-day run of concerts and beer.
Yeah, we left on a Wednesday. It was during stock show, and we spent all of about 2 hours at the actual stock show.
Yep.
Maybe.
College buddies.
Yeah, we met up just enough to have about 2 beers, and then the rest of the time we either spent eating somewhere with your folks, or it was brew tour, tattoo session, concert.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That is when we
another brew tour, another tattoo session, down to Denver for another concert. And yeah, so it was 3 concerts.
2 days.
Yeah, it was 3 concerts in 3 days. We did
well, for one thing, speaking of that brew tour, this was not planned, but New Belgium Brewery is where we fucking went. And that, I still tell people, I told a guy last week at work, I said, hey, if you get out to Fort Collins, go to that New Belgium Brew Tour.
Oh, yeah.
I was literally telling that story of us, and I said, man, you have fucking lit. They have you pouring your own drinks. They got a free sample at every station. I said, that is a good fucking time. And that's what we started out our day there, probably about 11.
Yeah. And then I went and did a touch up on my tattoo. Probably not a great idea after just imbibing about a 12-pack, but whatever. It's still holding its ink. And
we went after that we went to bowling. Right?
Yeah, we went to bowling at the Aggie. Yep. And we met up with Scurry Curry. Yeah.
And we crashed at your buddy who's in the Taliban, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure he may be the Taliban.
Yeah,
and
social justice
too, don't he?
Social justice Taliban nowadays.
Yeah. But he's not Rob though.
No, he's they're all
have a conversation with him about it.
See, Rob's just a keyboard warrior. He doesn't get fired up in person. Like we have a good time in person, but he's hard to take on Facebook. He's
Rob, stop being so scared. The world ain't that scary, man. We live in America. You're gonna make it.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it. But anyhow, we go and meet up with your buddy. What is his name?
Jake
the Snake, that's right.
Jake the Snake Charmer.
Oh, he's Red Dot. Not. Love you, Jake. So anyways, the funniest part of that whole fucking deal is it's that cool old fucking what is that place called?
It's the Aggie Theater. That's
the Aggie Theater. It's a really cool venue. And then me and old Matthew here go out to a concert. 90% of the time, he's either gonna be asleep at the bar or we're gonna be pretty fucking hammered doing stupid shit. And he's in his fucking. You were doing your strut. You know, everyone knows the Matt strut when Matt's fucked up, and you were fucking doing it. And
the wrist kind of goes like this, and
yeah, the Matt strut. And you're like, hey, we're gonna go see bowling, and I was like, okay, let's go. And I follow him. We go out through this, right on the stage, right out the back, right up to his tour bus. Get about 3 steps on, and then fucking security comes and boots our ass out. We're just trying to talk to Bolin, and he's like, he's in the fucking bar. And he was on the floor in the bar signing autographs and
well, excuse me for living. How was I supposed to know? Am I supposed to look or something? I can't even see at that point.
Was that the first night or the last night? That was
no, that was the first night.
Denver, right?
No, it was the first night because we saw Boland up in Fort Collins on Thursday night, and then Friday night and Saturday night was Josh Shabbat and Corb Lund open, and then Saturday night they had a local and they had local bands Saturday, and then Josh Abbott was the closer.
Well, and we went and had dinner. Your dad was still working as a state representative.
Yeah, so we
had tacos with him.
Yeah, we had tacos and Tecate downtown.
Right, and that's when he was telling us that story about how your dad only drives 1970 square body Fords.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling us that story about how one day he was coming out and he left it parked there because he had an apartment he could walk to.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure everyone at this point knows your dad. He's an old school cowboy motherfucker. Looks like he's been drug across the coals or some shit.
Looks like Gus McRae.
Never had a hat that had any sort of shape to it. It was all sweat dripping and stained. And even when we were, I went with my dad one time to go see him. And we walk into his office at the Capitol. And we sit down, and he had the most beautiful goddamn assistant I ever saw.
He always did.
Down there,
He always did. Every one of them were just
politicians.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We sit down, and he starts. I'm with my dad, and he starts fumbling around in his desk and pulls out a bottle of fucking. What is it? What is that yellow? What is it? Yellow.
Yellowstone.
That's rock gut fucking whiskey.
Yeah, it's $13 a handle bourbon.
So he pulls out that bottle of whiskey and tosses it to my dad. And it's probably 10 o'clock in the morning. My dad laughs, and your dad laughs. Oh, it's a great fucking joke. And then my dad takes off the top and throws it in the trash can. Tips it back, and your dad is playing it cool. And as soon as my dad tosses the trash can, he goes, "Oh, goddamn, Bob, we ain't got to do that." They both took a swig of whiskey right there in the Capitol House. So then when we were there, he was telling us about, so that's the background on the old boy I'm talking about. But I think it was that red 72 Super Cab F250.
The 460, yeah.
Right. It was the F250, and he had it parked there for months and months at a time whenever he was up in doing the political shit. He said he came down one day, he goes out there, and that truck's getting towed because he's parking in like the representative parking lot. You can only be there if you're a rep. And he comes out there, and some bitch was towing it. You remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was towing it. He goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well, we have an abandoned vehicle here." He goes, "No, that's my daily driver." And I can't even believe that some of bitch drove it from Baca County to Denver.
Oh yeah.
Hell, when
Yeah.
I think I was about 12. I drove that truck from Baca County to Santa Fe, New Mexico, while your dad slept.
Yeah.
So we'll have a little hippie convention about the Rocky Flats deal.
Mm-hmm.
That truck has seen some country.
I
And
think
never quit.
no, he put a new motor in it here about 5 years ago, and it's still going.
Yeah.
He has updated his vehicles slightly. I think he went from 78s to like 85s.
I was
right around in there. Or 82s, 85s, somewhere around there. But
it's an 82, 83. I was in on that project.
Yeah.
Him and Uncle Dave, he bought a new motor, new AC. He decided this vehicle's going to have AC. First one. I mean, I'm telling you, he bought all new AC equipment on that new truck.
Hey, hold on just a sec. I'm going to stop recording.
Figure it out, man. Stop pointing at me. Stop pointing at me.
No.
You're still recording, you dumb motherfucker. You muted it. You muted it. I hope this makes it, y'all. So this stupid motherfucker just muted it, and it's still recording. Oh. Hey, we're changing an ass. Yep, we're changing an ass. You got a nasty ass new diaper. Here we go. He still thinks he just stopped recording, but all he did was mute it. Oh, he even did the whole time. He got the diaper up here, and he's whipping it down there, and he's going 2 raps and a hooey. I think he's got it, boys and girls. Yep, he's got her licked. We're looking at a good time now. Matt McKinley came in. We're looking at a 8.4, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably in last place. That was a poor effort. Good job, Matt McKinley. Like your shirt. Oh, look, he got 2 feet in. 2 feet in. Yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen. 2 feet in. Augustus McRae is up and going. And we're going for a shirt now. Gus has a story to tell. He is a-talking and a-talking. He's sticking his head in the shirt. Going for one arm. Come on, Gus, man. Get her in there. Get her in there. 1, 2. Augustus. Yeah, boys and girls. Looks like maybe a mom came in. I don't know. Yep. No. There's my girl. These goddamn kids. Oh, shit. Matt's an idiot. Figure it out. Figure it out. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I can't hear you. I don't like your fingers.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, that thing said recording.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't worry, I commentated, so. You were in a rodeo, you just didn't know.
Yeah, good enough.
Tie down. I hope that recorded. That shit was funny.
Well, yeah, I must have. I think I just muted my audio. That was it.
Literally what I said. I can't wait till you watch that back.
Oh, yeah? You got it. You want to say hi to Robby? Sure. Yeah. You say hi? He's right here.
Hey, guess man. What are you doing, partner?
You say hi?
Okay. Good story.
Wave at him.
You're getting to be damn big, boy.
Say, are you a big guy?
I'm big guy.
Hey, are you showing your dad how to ride them colts yet, or what?
I have a book.
He's got a book.
What kind of book is that?
Oh, my water's not running.
Water's not working.
That's the shits, man. That's the shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
The water is running.
It is working?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can make up your mind.
I need a guy.
Oh, he needs a big guy.
So was it not working earlier?
We did turn on the water.
You didn't turn on the
Tell
water.
your daddy he needs to pay his bills.
We turned my water. Turned my water off.
Oh, well, you'll have that in the big jobs.
Say yeah.
Yeah. We are mothers.
Good enough.
All right, go see if your mama needs some help.
See you guys.
Oh, goofy little sucker.
Anyhow.
Ah.
So what the fuck were we at?
I'm not for
Don't
sure.
edit any of this.
Okay.
So we got kicked off the bus of bowling.
Yeah. We went down, ate lunch with my dad.
Right, that next morning.
His pickup was getting towed.
His pickup was getting towed, and he ran out there and told that old boy, "So what are you doing?" He said, "I'm towing an abandoned vehicle. They're parking representatives' parking spots." And that's what he told him. That's my daily driver. Anyhow, after that, which a lot of your followers here don't know, is you kind of grew up with an old boy in Josh Abbott band.
Yeah. Preston White and I were in the same class together from preschool all the way till third grade. He's the fiddle player / guitar player for Josh Abbott band. And I've known him since we were little bitty. His mom was a substitute teacher for our class a couple times, and like I said, I've known him since preschool.
Right.
And that whole Baca County is pretty proud of Preston White. He kind of made it big, and he's a hell of a musician, pretty cool guy.
Well, he played in our Uncle Jim's band before he was driving cars.
Yeah. Yeah, he won the talent show at the state fair as like a sophomore, and he played the guitar riff to Back in Black, the whole thing, solo and all. And and I think we were sophomores when he won that, something like that. And he's been always been a pretty damn good musician, and then he went and made a career out of it. And now he's just kind of living life.
So that next Friday night and Saturday night, we were staying at my sister's house. She lives north of Denver, about 15, 20 miles. And so Josh Abbott band, we're playing at the Grizzly Rose, which is kind of one of them old, everyone's played at the Grizzly.
Yep.
And they're playing Friday night and Saturday night. So Friday night, well, we drove down there, and I remember walking into the bar. I'd seen Preston, but I didn't know Preston. I knew he was, but I'd never really seen him up close. We as soon as we walk in that fucking bar, we pay. It's early. We got there early. If you remember, like way before the concert was supposed to be, probably 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that. I think the opener went on at 7, and so we got there like right as the opener, as they were in like the first song or two, and they had like
no. Remember they'd been before that, because I remember walking in. As we walk in, fucking Preston White is walking through the bar. Bimbly in his pajamas. Yeah,
pajamas and a flannel shirt.
Yeah, and he's walking around all these people, which is funny, who are in the course of about 3 hours are going to be throwing their fucking panties on stage at him, which I witnessed. He's walking around and they have no fucking clue who he is.
Yeah.
And as soon as we walk in, he's walking towards us. You know, hey! He was fucking mad. And that's when I met Preston. He was right there in his goddamn pajama bottoms.
Yep. Yeah, there's old man slippers and and a freaking flannel shirt. And so he's like, hey. Yeah, and he's like, hey, I got to go catch a shower because I got to get on stage here in a little bit. But he's like, I'll catch you after the show. I said, hey, no problem. So
we kind of wrote off, like, okay.
Well, I think I didn't have his number, so I messaged him on Twitter, and he messaged right back, and I was like, hey, we're gonna be at the show. Let's meet up at, I was like, well, after the show or whatever, let's meet up. And he's like, hell yeah, let's do it. And I was like, well, I figured he got just a ton of Twitter messages, so I didn't expect him to answer, but he answered right back.
If you remember, his mom was there.
Yep.
And there was some other old Back to County friends and shit of his.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a whole slew of us Back to County people. And and then Corb Lund opened for him that night. Well,
right.
they had a little.
The first time I'd ever saw Corb Lund, and I'd listen to him because you would always get me into this fucking music. And Corb Lund is a goddamn fucking bad dude. Like,
he's a legend.
Good fucking music. I didn't even like Canada till Corb Lund. Take that, Canada. Give him a medal.
I view Canada about like I view California. There's some really cool people there. The country itself, they can, whatever. But like, there's like my buddy Brett from Saskatchewan. He's cool as shit. They gave us Letterkenny, they gave us Corb Lund, and they gave us Trailer Park Boys. It can't be all bad.
I'll take
and but yeah, so he comes on and just burns the place down. I mean,
remember? Oh, that was the coolest shit. I still tell that story too, beyond what we're gonna get into. But I was like, dude, if you've never, people don't know, a lot of people around here don't know about Corb Lund. All my close cowboy friends do, but I was like, this dude, they never stopped playing. He said, keep it going. They were all playing their fucking riffs. He shouts from the stage to the bar, bring us 5 shots of Canadian whiskey. And then sits there and keeps playing that shit. And they bring 5 shots through this fucking crowd. And they in turn take a shot of Canadian whiskey without missing a beat.
Yeah. Even the stand-up bass. They're playing a freaking stand-up bass one-handed. And just keeps it cruising. And it was cool as hell. And there's some like big burly like logger dude, like suspenders and everything, beard down to like right here.
And not very old.
No, he was
20.
He was a couple years older than me at the time, probably.
Yeah, I was like 28.
Yeah, something like that, 28, 30, somewhere around there, and was just getting down. You could tell he was from up in the North Country because he knew who Corb Lund.
Shots of Fireball, didn't he?
Yeah, because we were the only ones.
Knew one of Corb Lund's songs.
It was Roughest Neck Around.
That's right.
And because Corb Lund being from Alberta, they're known for logging, cattle ranching, and oil fields. That's pretty well what they're known for, and just being cold.
Right.
And that old boy from Saskatchewan, that Saskatchewan Brett, he was telling me, I guess you probably read those messages on Facebook, that people actually talk like that. He said his grandma's his grandma's line is how are you now?
That made me more happy than you actually understand.
I know.
So for those of you that maybe don't know, is I help Matt out with the Facebook. I probably post most of the memes. I just post everything that fucking makes me giggle, and I read the messages. Yeah,
we there's 4 of us on there that post stuff. It's mostly me and Robby, and and we go in spurts. Like today, Robby posted everything. Yesterday, I posted most of everything. It just kind of goes in spurts. And
he's busy at work, I think.
Well, and I think so. And we both kind of got the system figured out. If Robby's on a heater, I just leave it be because I don't want to repost the same meme. We've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa. So like whoever's on a heater, stay at the table. and
Never on a heater.
you stay at the table till you're done, and then let somebody else tag in. But if you're on a heater, you can't screw it up. So
Well, and this is good to get out because, I've got, Matt knows, y'all don't know, I got 5 younger brothers, and and a younger sister and an older sister, different mom, but all my brothers are all in the same. We're all fucking rodeo, all that fucking bullshit. And that's the other day I showed up with my mom to pick up my kid. And Cameron comes up, "Hey, do you see this little kid riding this bull?" "Yeah, I said that." "Oh, did you?" I was like, "Well, if it's a rodeo deal, I probably shared it for one. You should have known that because that's not on all the pages I'm on." I was like, "But come on, man." Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But it was that little fucking handy ass little bastard.
Oh yeah,
Did you watch that video?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And that
dude
bull
got
was no fucking day off.
No, that was he was a rank little bastard.
Yeah, it would have made me look like a fat girl. Alley man left right there.
Yeah. So we watch old Corb just murdered.
Destroyed. He destroyed Denver.
Yeah, just burnt the place down. I mean, absolutely burn it down.
There was like when I said it earlier, the same chicks that were walking around didn't know who fucking Preston was. When he went off, well, after Corb, when they came on, well, happened before and after. But like what I was trying to get at was there was literally women taking off their panties and bras and throwing them on stage to Corb and to Josh Abbott, man. What do you?
Yeah. Sorry.
And I'd never seen that. I mean, I've been to a lot of concerts, but that was something else.
Well, and it was right during Stock Show, and it was right after Steamboat.
Well,
so
that's why they had those 2 big hitters there.
Yeah.
Because
and
you know what I do is Corb Lund's he's not an opener at all.
No. He used to be a little bit of an opener in the U.S., but he's got big enough to where he's basically country music royalty in Canada, and he's getting to be where he's a big name in the U.S. too.
Right.
But yeah, at the time it was just Josh Abbott was on top of the world. They still kind of are, and yeah. So
it's mainstream now.
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
Everybody knows who's Jab is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody knows. And yeah, so at the time, it was like, who's gonna headline, Corb or Josh Abbott? And it's gonna be Josh Abbott pretty well every time.
Right.
But like the whole lineup, like the week before, the week after was just nothing but red dirt, Texas heavy hitters. It was, and like I think the year after that was when me and Roe went up, and we saw Reckless one night, and then we saw Corey Morrow open for Jason Boland the next night, or it was vice versa, something like that.
That's a fucking crazy lineup too.
Yeah, and Josh Abbott. So we saw Reckless, Boland, Josh Abbott, and Corey Morrow all in 2 days.
Fuck.
And
talk about it. Man, it was fucking weekend.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, and so when Josh Abbott comes on, and Preston goes in he'd hit on that wood and start going to a solo, and then bras and panties be thrown on stage. And he'd come over and wink at us, wink at the county guys, and that was a good fucking night. And so towards the end of the night, it all kind of dies down. Everyone peters out. And Preston's a human again. He's not a rock star because he comes back out there, and all of a sudden nobody recognizes him again.
Yep.
The most insane thing ever. The Seagulls walk right by this dude that they had threw their goddamn bras at 20 minutes before.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. His mom came down, and she's talking about how she'd babysitted me and you and this and that, and she'd known me and you since we were, we talk. And Preston goes, "All right, come on. And we didn't say a word. We said, all right. And we go back behind the stage.
Well, then he disappeared though, and we're like, where the hell did he go? And then we see him like headed back out the band entrance with a train of people coming, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, let's go.
That's
and
right.
So, and we're like, all right, because we were talking to his mom, and you know how we get, we started bullshitting, and he kind of just disappeared, and we're like, where did he go? Because he was like, come party with us. I'm like, oh, well, okay. And
Right.
and we're like, where'd he go? Oh shit, we missed our chance. And then here he comes, and he's like, let's go. And so we followed him right on up to the bus, and then a good time was had. A real good time.
Josh Abbott wasn't there. He went back to the hotel room.
Yeah, he was with. Yeah, he was with his ex-wife. And
Right.
I think that's how that. I don't know. I don't really care. But anyway, he was with the lady.
Right. So we sit there and we party on Josh Abbott's fucking bus. And as we sit down, me and Matt we're fucking pretty liquored up.
But it was Shinerbach and Fireball all night.
Right. This is what I tell people about this story is me and you pretty well fucking alcoholics now, but we were definitely fucking alcoholics then.
Yeah.
And I said, even as an alcoholic back then, I drink 12-pack a night, 18-pack a night back then. And he said, here's the deal. You think you can handle what them musicians do? You can't do it. There's
can't hang.
Difference. I said, so they were drinking on stage just like we were drinking. And we got in there and they opened their fucking fridge. And it's like, all this beer sponsored, all this liquor sponsored, have at it.
Yeah.
So we started drinking beer, and if you remember, then like the band members started trickling in, the drummer, the bass guitarist, and they bust out that bottle of Crown.
Yep.
I think it was Crown. Wasn't it Crown?
It was Crown and Jaeger. There was a handle of Crown, a handle of Jaeger getting passed around.
Yeah. And there was no saying no. That came to you, and they looked at you like, you're expected to drink this, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And we did. And at one point, there was a girl sitting across from me in the, like it'd be like an RV type setup. We were sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And this chick was sitting there, and I think it was the drummer came in, and he looked at her, went over and grabbed her hand and took her straight back to the fucking suite.
Yep.
And they were gone the rest of the fucking night.
Yep, pretty much. And yeah, that was a good time. Preston was playing DJ, and we were jamming Haggard and Haggard and Hank Sr.
Yep.
And yeah, it was insane. I fell asleep. Fell asleep at one point.
Me and you were having to take swigs off this fucking. They're not giving us a choice.
No.
And professional musicians tell you to take a drink, and you're partying on a $125,000 coach.
Yeah, at least
that fucking swig. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably $250. It was a double axle, rear pusher, badass fucking motor coach.
Yeah.
And so,
it was Whiskey Dan. It was their roadie. Whiskey Dan was the one that was. He was the instigator. He was the instigator.
I actually, when I was hitting that winter series in Lubbock, I was going down there every weekend in the winter to get on bulls. There was a bar down there that had always had live music. We'd always go to that bar, and they were there one night. And I went back to the back, and the security guard tried to push me back, and I was like, "Whiskey Dan!" Oh shit! Let him through! Let him through! And I went and talked to Preston a little bit back there after they were done, but they were actually that night heading up going on to fucking Amarillo.
Yeah.
But Whiskey Dan was getting us liquored up. So at one point, I kind of go over, and I see you at that fucking right next to me at that fucking table going. And they go, "What do you need to take care of him?" I'm like, no, he's asleep. What do you mean? He's fine. So we keep on partying, but here at this point, I'm not a passer outer. I'm gonna keep on partying, and that's not a good thing. At one point, I'm standing outside that motor coach, and I'm talking to some of them boys from back in county and shit, and they're asking me what I'm doing, how's rodeo going, and I'm telling them, about this bull I was on in Lubbock the other day. Hold up. I run over the trash can, puke my fucking guts out. Go back to this kid in Preston, like, so like I was saying, that motherfucker came back around to the left, and we're like, what the fuck? You jumped right back into your story? Like, yeah, I had to finish it, but you are a crazy motherfucker. Like, no, I'm McKinley.
Coming from a long line of storytellers.
And I was so fucking drunk, I think we ended up calling my sister to come pick us up that night.
I think so. And then
night, I don't really remember that one.
We ended up at my friend Jesslyn was living with her. I think they were engaged at the time. They were living down in like Littleton or somewhere.
Oh yeah, and we had to call a cab.
Yeah,
that's right. We called a cab, and you did the famous Matt McKinley pass out, and I didn't know the fucking address.
Yep, that's right. And then I wanted to argue with the taxi driver about something or other. I don't remember what, but
I had to kick you out of the cab. And I just hoped we were at the right fucking apartment complex.
70.
Going, Matt, I need the fucking address.
$75 later, we made it. And we ordered Chinese food from down the street while she was at work, and it was the best damn Chinese food I've ever had in my life.
I forgot about all that. Yeah, because we didn't want my sister to have an hour back downtown.
Oh, yeah. So then, we had to. We were gonna just jet back up to the Grizzly Rose and get your pickup, but after $75 of getting us there, we'll just wait on Jesslyn to get home from work and have her give us a ride, and which was a good thing, because we ended up just hanging out there watching TV for the rest of the day, kind of recuperated a little bit, got some coffee and water in the veins, and a little Chinese food down my neck, and we felt pretty good, and then we went and did it all again.
Yeah. Well, 2 days partying with professional, they call them musicians, but professional drinkers. That take a lot out of an old boy.
Yeah. And I think
then I'm not a professional.
But we went hard because the next night we shut it down about 11 o'clock on the bus, because they were just like, all right, we got to get. And everybody's like, we're not feeling so wayno right now. So I took that as a compliment, because we put a hurting on them.
Oh, that was a fucking good ass time.
They got the better end of the deal. Obviously, they're a little more seasoned than we were. We were pretty seasoned at the time, but yeah, like I said, it's a whole.
I couldn't do it now.
It's kind of like trying to drink with rugby guys. You think you can hang. You can't. You can't do it.
I mean, if Preston was in town now and he said, "Hey, come on the bus," I think, I don't know, buddy.
It'd be one where you step up to the top of the stairs, give a wave, and say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" and then walk right back on down and call her a night.
I got kids and shit now, man.
Yeah, that was a good time though. That was a good time.
Yeah, fucking got tattoos from it. And had good ass fucking concerts. We saw what? Bowling,
Corb, Josh Abbott, and I think Chancey Williams and the Younger Brothers band was the opener the second night for Josh Abbott, and they're a little Northern Colorado, Wyoming band. They used to play at the Sundance all the time up there in Fort Collins, and now I see them pop up on my on like Facebook and Instagram now, the promoted ads. They've got several albums out now, so they've kind of picked up some steam. But they used to play at they didn't play on Tuesday nights all that often, because Tuesday night was just kind of local bands, but they were big enough to where they only occasionally played the Tuesday night shows, which was it's college night. But like when the college rodeo was in town or when that NFR qualifier rodeo was in town, Chancey Williams played the Sundance because I always had a huge party afterwards at the
That was
Sundance.
pretty big, right? Playing at that bar.
What's that?
Well, that was still a pretty big deal, though, wasn't it? To play, that was a country bar there in Fort Collins.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was a pretty big deal, especially if you played during the rodeo. It wasn't as big of a deal on Tuesday night, but they always had a live band Tuesday night, and then but then their rodeo parties were just. I mean, they were pretty legendary. I mean, it was everybody from the ag college went down there, and then everybody's parents from the ag college went to the Sundance after the rodeo, and it was a big to do. It was pretty big to do. That though easily the worst hangovers in my life came from partying at the Sundance. Early times and 7-Up.
How big of a bummer that whole turnpike deal?
Oh, it sucks, man. That sucks.
Did I tell you about that time I went to see him? They were here in Garden.
Was that when Jackson got kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because me and Jennifer and Ro all went. It was for Jennifer's birthday. We got her ticket. Yeah. Yeah, and Jackson was, well, I'm surprised you remember anything from that show, but.
I was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
That's right, I tried to fight that 7-foot fucking bouncer dude.
Yeah, well, I told Jackson I was gonna. I think Ro wanted to take a picture, and so I was just getting ready to hand Jackson my beer to have him hold it, and then I was like, no, actually don't. I said I'll set it down because I said they'll kick your ass out. I said I've been to these shows, they'll kick your ass out.
Serious, like that. For anyone that don't know, this bar is Jack's Bar and Grill. It's a very, very small fucking venue. Like, I was buying one of their fucking, I think it's the backup guitar, so I was buying him beers before they went on. It's a tiny fucking venue. And so they had brought in security from, it was probably the Garden City Community College football team.
Yeah.
Because where else were you going to find that many gigantic motherfuckers?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Ooh, I'm upside down, huh?
You are. I'm not sure what you're doing. You better look at it that way.
All right. Anyway, keep this conversation going. I'll be right back.
Thank God he's gone. No, so anyhow, so we're watching Pie, and my brother, he needed some money, so we told him that he could give us a ride down there and pick us up, and we'd hang out with him, and we'd pay him $20 a pop. He makes good fucking money. But anyhow, so at one point they had these pounders, and I ran into one of my old buddies from high school, Heath, and his wife was out of town, so Heath comes over, and I had about the bottom of a pounder of a can of Coors Light, and she hands me a brand new one. So I look at Jackson. He's 19, 20 years old. He's having a good time because he likes that fucking music. And so I hand him the fucking spit out of the can, basically. But here, Jackson, just finish this beer, man. I got a brand new fucking beer. And no sooner as I gave it to him, this 7-foot fucking black dude comes over and you're out of here. And I do remember going, no, man, it's cool. My little brother, I just was telling him to hold my beer. I got a new one. He goes, no, I don't give a shit. He's out of here. And at this point, I was like, let's get it up. It must have been you that was like, let's not do that. Bad move.
Yeah. I was just like, I would
have jumped to hit him, but I was ready to start fucking jumping.
Well, the big reason, not so much for your self-preservation, because if you took a swing, that means I got to jump in because this dude was going to throttle your ass.
Anybody.
No, this guy was not only was he like,
both our asses.
Yeah, it would have been just like a, you're out, night. Just a flick. I mean, it wouldn't have taken much. Cause
at that point, that's when I was riding bulls and shit. I probably only weighed hell, I don't know, 150 pounds.
Yeah, I
He
was.
probably weighed 320.
Yeah, well, 375, give or take.
He was a
Yeah,
big son of a bitch.
I was about 210. But I was in good enough shape. I just had a beer belly, and I was, fairly stout. But that dude was huge, and not just tall, but like huge. The dude was yoked.
He was like, he's probably a D lineman for Garden City. And
Yeah.
as anyone knows that watches Last Chance U, Garden City's team is all D1 athletes who couldn't make the grades or had legal trouble.
Yep.
So they are basically professional football fucking players.
Yeah.
And I was ready to swing on them.
Yeah.
Thank God I had people around me though. Jesus.
Well, and
can you imagine?
it was probably good for those guys too, because they would have lost their scholarship, and they would have never got their last chance, and you probably would have ruined their life.
All for $100 that night.
Doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good fucking show. But man, did you watch that last concert they did?
I didn't watch. I heard it was bad though.
Just he was forgetting words and like literally stumbling around the stage. Which I get.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do that. I have to go to work every day.
Yeah.
Because it'd be to live that lifestyle, it'd be too fucking easy to drink all
Well, and he had just had Miranda Lambert, and that went down in just a fiery ball of shit.
Right.
And he, like, all of his songs are about breaking up, and he's good at them. I mean, like he's one of the best at songwriting, and yeah, it was a bad deal.
Yeah, it sucks. And then I doubt they come back. Well, I say that, but Bolton did the same. He went down the same fucking road. Bolton did the same fucking thing
several times.
Right. Which is fine because better.
If you see him now versus on the cover of the Live at Billy Bob's album, like he's lost about 50 pounds.
I saw he posted a picture on Facebook the other day, and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's pretty well just a stick figure anymore, but
you keep going.
And then, yeah, and he had like throat cancer or something. They thought he wasn't gonna sing ever again, but he came back from that. He's still got that good baritone voice and still puts on a hell of a show. He's one of those guys that he doesn't do anything to make a show. He just stands up there and sings his songs. But he plays his fucking ass off, and he puts on a good show. I've always enjoyed him. He's one of my all-time favorites. He's a Oklahoma boy, just knows how to write a song, knows how to spin a tale, and happens to be a hell of a musician as well. And so that was Bowling was your first Red Dirt show, wasn't it?
Do what?
Yeah, because we took your Mustang down to Amarillo for your 21st birthday. I bought you tickets and a hotel room for your 21st birthday, and that was your first Red Dirt show, was Bowling at the Midnight Ropahoe.
Well, that wasn't my 21st birthday.
No, was it your 22nd?
Because remember, you were taking a piss and you left me hanging on the episode we did together. So on my 21st birthday, that's when I started riding bulls.
Oh, right.
We're starting to ride broncs and bulls and
shit. That is right.
My mom got them all to school here in Garden, to the bronc riding school and bull school. And she got me on the bull riding deal. And she goes, you don't have to go if you don't want to. This is just what I got your brothers. And I was like, fuck, them little piss ants can do that shit. I'll do that shit. I rode horses my whole life. So I was like, fuck it, I can get on bulls. And that's when I met my buddy Glaze. And so the day that school was February 5th. So
Yeah.
February 4th, we all had we went to so people that don't know, Jackson's younger than me, and then younger than him are the twins, Shiloh and Tucker, and their birthday's the 5th. So there's 3 of us that are on the 5th. So we usually, since my entire life, basically since I was 5 years old, I've shared a birthday with them. We had a communal birthday. So we all went to the bowling alley, and I was drinking. I was still only 20 years old technically. But after the bowling alley, we had all the kids deal. They went home, and me and Matt and my buddy Dustin Johnson.
That's right.
We went to Jack's.
Yep.
We went to Jack's before they were a concert venue. We went to them like when they had a tiny ass little bar.
Yeah.
And you and Dustin proceeded to.
Yeah, it was just us 3 and I think 2 other people in that bar. It was just kind of a dive at the time.
Fucking dead.
Yeah.
And you guys told that bartender gal, cute gal, that it was my 20th birthday, and she started making me fucking drinks.
Oh, man.
I puked on the way home. You slept in the car with a chew in your mouth, and it was so fucking cold it froze before it fucking left your lip and hit the goddamn back seat.
Yeah.
Like there's frozen chew. And that next day, I think I woke up and I was so fucking. I don't know if I've ever been that hungover, and I think I did like 6 head of bulls that next fucking day for the first time in my life.
Oh yeah. And see, me and Dustin, we felt okay because we drank plenty heavy, but it was just pretty well strictly beer and good whiskey all night because we were shooting. We weren't even shooting whiskey. We were sipping makers and drinking Coors Light.
He was making me them fucking steal your
Prairie Fire,
of tequila, whiskey. Oh God! Damn.
3 Wiseman, Prairie Fire. Well, and Dustin wanted to get you the cement mixer, and I said no. He's gonna puke as it is, so we're not gonna speed up the. I said we're not speeding up the process. He's gonna puke as it is, so we'll just let it happen. Yeah.
I did.
But
the next day.
I don't even know what is the it's Bailey's. Oh, and lime juice because it curdles as soon as it hits your stomach.
So, as soon as you take it, it just fucking curdles, and
it's designed to make you puke.
It curdles before you even swallow it. Like you're swallowing and it's curdling.
Yeah,
so
and
it get them down.
It's not that it tastes bad at all. It tastes just fine. It just you're drinking cottage.
It's like a car bomb, but acid.
Yeah, you're drinking cottage cheese basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's no. Dustin wanted to, and I was like, nah, no. It's gonna happen.
Dustin Johnson is he's my best friend from fucking high school, and he's a crazy motherfucker too. But we had a good goddamn night that night.
So
Here's what's funny is people don't realize is just me, you, and a buddy of mine or a buddy of yours. Just 3 of us can go to a bar that's basically abandoned and have a best fucking night we ever fucking had.
Oh yeah. So I had 2 21st birthdays, if you'll remember this, because all right. So I was adopted, and when I was adopted, I had to get a new birth certificate with a new last name, new parents on it, whatever. And when they made it, they messed up the birth date. So October 30th is when I was born. So they kept my birth year right, but instead of putting my birth date on there, they put the adoption date of my birth year. So it turned out to be February 26th, 85 on my birth date. Made me 8 months older than I actually was, legally. And I exploited the absolute shit out of that. So we went to Sullivan's. It was me, and you remember Mark Liker from Holly?
Name's familiar.
You would know him if you saw him. It's hard. He's hard to describe, but you would know him if you saw him. It's me and Mark Liker and a guy from Grenada and a couple others. Brad was there, of course. Brad being 364 days older than me, and a couple others. We went out to the bar, and I remember I got my 21st shot down, and I don't remember how many more after that, but I know there was plenty. And I was living with Rob and Nick and Aaron there on North Shields in Fort Collins. And this shithole house that we never locked the door on, but that night those assholes locked the door. And I remember doing this one in the doorway trying to get my key to fit. Could not get the key to fit, so I hopped the fence. Well, hopped. Barrel rolled over the fence. It was a picket fence, you know, with the triangle top of the slats, and it caught my favorite pair of jeans right at the crotch, and ripped it all the way down to the hem. The only part that it didn't rip was the hem at the bottom. Ripped the pocket off my hoodie. Lost my glasses and my keys somewhere in the backyard. Had to go find them the next day. Blind. I had to go search in the backyard for my glasses. And
I don't understand how hard that is.
No, you don't. Because like if I roll over in the morning and I reach for my glasses and I can't find them, I have a little miniature panic attack because I can't see anything without them. And so
I've been at your dad's place looking for them.
Oh yeah, and so those guys pulled just a real neat trick on me by locking the door. So then my actual birthday rolls around in October, and we go out again. And I don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. That was bad. And the bad part was we went to the Sundance, his Halloween party at the Sundance, and so Brad was out in full force, and drunk Brad is the best Brad by a long shot, and he had a puking rally.
Was one of them munchkins from the
from Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
No.
Sorry, Brad. I know it's not funny. You heard it 1,000 times.
He's probably taller than me at this point. He just seems a lot smaller than me. But I don't think we dressed up that night because it was like one of those early in the week. Like the Halloween was on. I think Halloween was on Wednesday or something like that, or Thursday, and so Tuesday night was college night at the Sundance, and
right.
So we weren't dressed up, but I think that was the year that we dressed up as Nacho and El Esqueleto.
That was. I remember those pictures. That is not a good fucking picture.
Oh, it was a glorious costume. What was it?
Nobody
good
wants
fight?
to see you in spandex.
Everybody wants to see me in spandex. Everyone.
No, and that's back when you were fucking fat too.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I was probably pushing 220.
That shit is seared in my memory. Ugh.
About 50 pounds heavier than I am right now, and I grew out my stash for about a month and a half in preparation for that.
I mean, okay, the costumes were hilarious, but hard to look at.
And that's the funny part is I looked all over Fort Collins for a pair of tights, of powder blue tights, and you know where I found them? REI in the little girls section. And it just so happened.
Of course you did.
I saw the Under Armour section at the back of the store, and I cut through the little girls section to get there, and I was like, oh, what are these? They look like that. I still have those tights. They are very good cold weather tights.
Oh, no, you don't.
I do. I do. They're just about played out, but they work very well.
Your wife
I'm not
ask you to bring that to the bedroom.
I've not got that request, as odd as that may sound.
Pretty fucking odd.
Yeah, I wore those. Oh shit, that's been That's like 12 years I've had them, and they work. I'm not being paid by REI, but they make a good product when it comes to the winter tights.
Some cold cowboy clothes. REI is where to go. Look for the Nacho Libre colored.
Oh man, so
in the little girl section.
The night that we debuted those costumes, we went out to Consuela's Mexican restaurant, which is no longer there in Fort Collins, but that was the one good Mexican restaurant in Fort Collins. They used to call Fort Collins Vanilla Valley because they're the only people of color, if you will, are either the kitchen staff were Mexican or the football and basketball team were black. That other than that, it is nothing but white people. Oh, there's a handful of Asians at the international dorms, but other than that, it is nothing but white folks up in Fort Collins, and they do not know how to make good Mexican food to save their life. There was one good restaurant, and that place closed down for whatever reason. So we, I think it was Emily that took us out to dinner. It was me and Brad, or I think it was just me for my birthday, and we went to Consuela's. And then we went and hit the town, and we went house party hopping. And I was wearing my Nacho Libre costume. I couldn't find the red boots, so what did I do? I got red wool socks and put them on over my shoes. Worked out really well until I got home from that party, and the Mexican food kicked in with a vengeance. And like as I'm unlocking the front door, like I was still in good enough shape where I could unlock the front door. It was just one of those where it hits you immediately and you're just like, ooh, I gotta get to the bathroom now. And so I take off running across the kitchen. And as you come in the front door in this little house, which is no longer there either, they knocked that down. I think there's an apartment building there.
That tells you what happens when Matt lives in a building. Yeah,
pretty well. They just like, well, can't rent this anymore. Might as well just burn it down.
Gross.
And so we right as you walk in the door, it was carpet, and then like it was about 4 steps from the front door to the kitchen, and the kitchen was all linoleum. So like I had a good head of steam built up, and I hit the kitchen floor, and my feet went everywhere. And I ended up crawling into the bathroom because I couldn't like I had so much momentum and adrenaline behind me, I could not get my feet back under me. And I crawled into the bathroom and proceeded to just destroy that toilet. Just barely made it, too. Just barely made it. Oh.
Do you remember that Halloween I went up there?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was my last semester of college, and that was the Ag Party House. It was on Charlet Drive, so we just called it the Charlet House. And that house had been owned by somebody in the Ag College for I think it had been for like 15 years running or something like. And they were known for Halloween and Mardi Gras. They threw just great big parties, and their Mardi Gras party was a freaking blast. So I had was fall semester left, so I was needing a room because all my other prior roommates had graduated or moved on, got married, whatever. And so I posted a message out on Facebook, or I don't even remember how it worked back. It wasn't near as streamlined as it was nowadays, no. But I posted something. I was looking for a room to rent, and Hannah, your buddy Hannah, she messaged me.
A diesel Jeep.
Yep.
Had a cat.
Bob Kitty. That cat shit in my mouth several times. And so she messaged me and she said they had a room open, and I was like, where are you living at? And she's like, the Charlet House. And I was like, oh God, how much is it? And it was like $250 a month. And I was like, well, price is right. Let's do it. So I lived there. It was me and Hannah, this guy named Jerry that they found on Craigslist, and he was all right. He was a pretty good guy. I still talk to him every now and then. He was from Chicago.
Wasn't there? What was the mom? Jennifer or something?
Jenny was not at that party. Jenny was she worked. Well, she was a former volleyball player at CSU, but she was out of. She hadn't graduated yet, but she was out of eligibility to play varsity sports. So she interned with the volleyball team. So she was gone quite a bit, and then she had they paid her a little bit, but then she would, when she had a weekend off, she'd go back to her hometown and tend bar and make a bunch of money in a weekend. And then Lynn was the house mom.
That was taking all the money.
That was Lynn. She was the house mom. She was the one that showed up
Right.
at the wedding. She was one of the few college buddies that showed up at the wedding.
Right.
And
Well, I don't remember the fucking wedding either.
Lynn was pretty awesome. So yeah,
I would love to see my signature on your wedding certificate.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know where that's at.
Probably a line. That's for another podcast.
Yeah. So we decided we're gonna get ahead of this whole party thing because it's the Charlet house and it's Halloween weekend. It's my birthday. Nobody wanted to have a party. I really just kind of wanted to go down to Old Town and go bar hopping. But we knew that no matter if we wanted to party or not, people were showing up to the Charlet house for a party because that's what happens in the Ag College in Fort Collins.
And
Halloween.
at the time, I was 18 or 19, and I was going to school up in Laramie.
Yeah.
Wildcat.
So I told you, I said, we're going to have a big party. We don't want to, but it's going to happen, so we're getting ahead of it. And so we bought 2 kegs and 500 cups.
I thought it was 3. You bought 3 kegs.
Well, we bought 2 to start with. We went back to the liquor store, which was just around the corner 3 times after that. And at one point,
I know at one point it was like 10 fucking kegs.
I think we were on the 6th keg when the cops showed up, and I played a series of songs all pertaining to somewhat to telling the police to go fornicate themselves.
It was something like that. I think it was kind of like fuck the police, so fuck the police.
Well, then I also played the Corey Smith version, the fuck the popo, and which they had no sense of humor. It was funny.
It was funny. And everyone else fucking ran that was underage. I'm 2 hours away from home. I'm here.
Yeah. So, yeah, we bought 2 kegs, 500 cups, and we were charging $5 a piece. And we did that just to get ahead of the situation. And we knew that we were probably getting a noise violation, and we had already got 3 strikes before I had even moved into that place. They had 3 strikes, and it didn't matter who lived at the residence; they just went by the address. If that house had been given 3 citations for noise ordinance, then they were considered a public nuisance, regardless of if nobody that had previously got a ticket lived there. It didn't matter. Well, we knew we were probably getting a ticket. So that's why we were charging for cups, and Lynn was a Nazi about it and did a very good job. And
you had to come rescue me to get me in.
Yeah, I did. And because we set a limit of 5 cups that we were allowed to give away. We paid for them. We all put $25 in the pool, and you had 5 cups to give away. So you had 6 cups total. You had yours and 5 to give away.
And I think I brought 3 people?
I think so. Yeah. So I gave 3 to you. I gave 1 to my buddy Chris Frentress and somebody else. I don't remember. But at one point, I couldn't find Lynn to get cups, and I finally and you had to just wade through people at this house. I mean, there had to have been 400 or 500. It had to have been 400 or 500 people there at least. And we I finally, I'm just pushing through people, and I find Lynn in the kitchen, and she is washing out used red Solo cups to resell to somebody because we had 500 cups and we had ran out. And yeah, so we got shut down right after we tapped the 6th keg. Luckily, we went to Farmer's Table, and you guys headed back up to Laramie. And then my buddy Kranz, Ryan Kranz, he is about the biggest douchebag you'll ever meet. Love the guy to death, but he is a giant doucher. And
I get the same fucking feeling from him. Yeah.
He's a giant douche, but he wears on you. You can't help but like him.
He's funny, but he's a douchebag. He's a funny ass douchebag.
You can't help but like him, but
it's only guys like us that like him. It's only guys that got some pretty fucking thick skin to where, because he's fucking stupid rich, and he's gonna talk shit. And a guy like us that's gonna be like, all right, well, fuck you, faggot.
Well, and you kind of put up with it because he would buy drinks all night long. I don't know. I don't want to know how much money he spent at the bars in Fort Collins during college. I mean, tens of thousands.
Well, the next day after that party, I remember we were sitting on your front lawn drinking stale fucking keg beer.
Yeah.
Until we went to that fucking, what was that place called? The little Farmer's
Table.
Farmer's Table, yeah. Good restaurant. I've puked in their bathroom a few times.
That was, they were voted the best hangover breakfast like 25 years running or something like that. Yeah. And they definitely were. And yeah, we ended up selling him the rest of that keg because it was only about a quarter drank. And then we ended up over at his house day drinking the rest of the day. His one of our mutual buddies, Rick Clark, he was kind of just a wild ginger fella from Pueblo. They had one of those like kind of cop sandwich signs, you sit out on the road, and they were trying to direct traffic, and they'd stop people that came down the street and wouldn't let them pass until they chugged a beer. And at one point, Rick, and he talked his way out of this ticket. I don't know how, because he walked out in the street with his pants down and was trying to get somebody to drink this beer. And sure enough, cop pulls up, and Rick's there with a cup full of keg beer, trying to pawn it off on this poor sap just trying to get to their apartment, and his pants are around his ankles. And somehow he didn't get a ticket. I don't know how, but he talked his way out of it. But good times. I couldn't hang anymore, but good times.
No.
Good times.
I don't even remember half that night.
It was a good party.
I know I went to bed with a gal that was there just to go to bed, apparently. And then I had a goddamn Bob Kitty fucking all fucking night.
That freaking cat. He was another one. You couldn't help but like him. I mean, you hated him, but part of you wanted.
He just didn't know how to shut down the party. He wanted to party all the time.
Yeah, he did like to party all the time. He was pretty much Eddie Murphy there. Just
yeah. Well, you got any whiskey?
I think I'm out of whiskey. I got a little bit of tequila, but I'm gonna save on that. I'm gonna finish my beer, and I gotta get up in the morning. So.
Well, I thought we'd have one more toast.
Well, I got about a half a beer left, so.
Oh.
Well, shit. Let me go pour a shot of tequila.
There you go. See, here's the deal about man, ladies and gentlemen. We're all susceptible to a little bit of peer pressure, and that's going to happen now and again. And we're McKinley's. We never back down from a challenge, and we like to drink alcohol. It's just kind of how it goes. It's a family tradition. Now, the fact that Matt don't have no liquor on him is kind of strange. I'm pretty sure he's part of a liquor club that sends him alcohol every month, but
Not yet. I'm pouring a shot of tequila. We're ending on.
I was gonna make.
I'm out of whiskey.
I'm about to be. My $14.81 Canadian Club apple liqueur infused with blended Canadian whiskey. Smooth as a crisp, established 1858.
Am I still coming through on the audio side?
You are, kind sir.
Oh man, this new headset's badass because I was all the way around the corner in a different room. But anyway, here's to what is that? Here's to whores and prostitution, the American Constitution.
No. Well, okay. Go ahead.
All right, here's to whores and prostitution, the American Constitution. Broncs that keep bucking and girls that keep fucking and cowboys that ride them both.
Well, hold on. Let me do my version.
Okay.
Here's to wars and revolutions, bucking horses and prostitution. Them rank brammer bulls that keep on a bucking, and them sad, lonely girls who only good for the fucking. And here's for us cowboys that ride them all. And there's the McKinley clan. Woo!
Woof. All right, buddy.
Tequila's a bad fucking move.
It's good tequila.
You know what? Good I've had good tequila, and good tequila still tastes like fucking tequila, and that's a problem with tequila.
Well, fair enough. Teach their own. I kind of like tequila, but I'm half Mexican, so I'm allowed to.
You are fucking Mexican.
I'm allowed to. So, well, I think on that note, we're going to call it a night. So, from Robby and Matt McKinley, move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Go to my wife's fucking blog. Shameless plug here. It's not,
yeah, go for it.
Zero shame. Go listen. Go to her shit. Read her shit. She's funny. You know, she asked me the day, she was, why did Matt think she listened to the podcast? Because, why does no one think I'm funny? It's like, well, you're kind of an asshole. But seriously, y'all, go follow her at theacrephone.com. Go to the Facebook page. She is really funny, and she's a badass in the kitchen. Matt knows.
Yeah, she is.
We appreciate your support on Burning Daylight. You know, I'm kind of in the shadows on it. I stay in the background and help Mal out, and it's a lot of fun. And I like listening to these two new guys, Bobby Gray and what's the other kid?
Bennett Kirk.
Yeah, go listen to him. That's a really profound young man. I just listened to his podcast tonight, and I really like him. I think maybe in the future we could maybe all meet down here in Southwest Kansas, a little collaboration. If that's a thing that could happen, go listen to those guys. They're really knowledgeable for their age. It's pretty spectacular.
Well, and give them some feedback. You know, they're both young. You know, that Bennett kid's in middle school still. Bobby just graduated.
I don't even fucking believe that because I'd go work for that fucker.
Yeah. I told you he's impressive. He's impressive, and
I know you did, but you know how I ain't gonna listen to anything he even tells me. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, okay. But then I listened. I was like, holy shit! Like this kid, he's knowledgeable. He speaks well. He's good. Y'all go listen to him. Listen to Burning Daylight. Listen or read my wife's fucking blog because it'd be cool if you did. But you know, we all work. We take time out of the day to fucking do this shit, and we really appreciate all the feedback we get and all.
Oh yeah, and it's been awesome.
Yeah,
it's just been awesome.
So
it's
fucking cool.
That
And
was
we're
the
a
part
bunch
I.
of fucking podunk hick motherfuckers. Drink too much, curse too much, don't go to church enough probably, and it's just nice to see the feedback that we get.
Yeah, and it's all been good. You know, aside from a few random comments, it's all been good feedback. People have been awesome, and I was not expecting that type of interaction. You know, like I was expecting people to listen. I thought we had something cool. I know we still do, but I was not expecting the level of feedback that we've got. And it's been cool. You know, we've had that Facebook page up for a month, and we've got over 1,500 likes on it. And shit, that one meme that I stole from somebody, their tags on it, so they get credit, but that thing's like pushing 100,000 people reached, which is stupid, but just stupid, but whatever. That's awesome. And then somehow I've inspired two other guys to start their own podcast. And
because you got to think like this shit. Like we are inspiring people from other parts of the goddamn country to do what you're doing. And they're doing it well. And they're in entirely different parts of the country. It's so fucking cool.
Well, and they've got a different way of doing it. And Bobby, once he gets his storytelling down, which it'll come with time. You know, he's a young kid. He doesn't have a whole lot of life experience yet. And so some of his stuff is a little dry at the moment because he doesn't quite, the story is there. He doesn't know how to put it into words quite yet. But that'll come. He's got that Okie charm. You know it's going to come. Those Okies know how to tell a story. And
but that shared cast, whatever he did with you, that he did very well. That was a good fucking.
Yeah, I think it did really good, and I think it'll help him out a bunch. And I think they call it a swap cast, whatever. I don't know. It was just he's going to put it out on. He's going to put it on his too. I told him to go ahead because hell, he was half the show, so might as well. And he's learning, but you know, at the same time, we've all got full-time jobs that we're doing in the meantime. So it's a pet project, and it'll get there. And but in the meantime, I'm
for you. I work for a midstream gas company, so I have a lot of free time, so I can post the fucking memes.
Yeah. So. Well, other than that, I guess go find us. Go find us on Facebook. He's Robby McKinley. I'm Matt McKinley. Go follow the Burning Daylight page. It's Burning Daylight on Facebook, at Burning Daylight on Instagram, at Burning Daylight 2 on Twitter, Burning Daylight on YouTube. Go follow Bobby Gray, Chasing Strays page on Facebook. I don't know if Bennett's got anything on Facebook, but he's it's Kurt Cattle Co. 2016 on Instagram, and Bobby is, I think he's Bobby Gray. It's BOBBIE, not BOBBY. It's IE Bobby Gray 3334 on Instagram, and and of course Sheena's theacrefarm.com, and I think it's cool that we can collaborate like this. I've told them all that I don't care that they're doing it. I actually encourage them to, because you can meet a lot of cool people doing it that way. And
well, I know you well, obviously, but like just hearing their different perspectives on shit is pretty fucking cool. You know, I mean, it's different. But it's so fucking interesting to hear what they do day to day. It really is.
Well, if you go listen to Bobby talk about the different forages, this kid's like, he's 18, 19 years old, and I learned a bunch.
He's fucking Rain, I think.
Yeah, I learned a bunch listening to him talk about the different forages they had and how each responds to what.
With that fucking other kid.
Yeah.
When he starts rolling off, he's fucking cutting and shit. Like, holy shit! Like, that kid's got it together. He's gonna be a somebody.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I think so. Tomorrow, but he's going to be a somebody.
Well, and I talked to him. He actually sent me a text of the map when he was in the air. He was on his way to Wyoming, and they were in the air over Colorado, and he said, I'm over McKinley country right now. And I said, heck yeah, I know that. He was kind of in between Lyman and Colorado Springs, and I said, I know that stretch very well. So yeah, so he's
good kids. They're handy kids. They're doing good shit.
Yeah,
so go to them. Go to our page.
Yep.
We're gonna post a bunch of stupid shit and hope it makes you laugh.
Well, and go enter the raffle. Only a couple days left, but that's a good deal. $10 will get you about it.
Yeah, look, I fucking the raffle. Fuck that. I can spend $50 to get $180 worth of shit.
Yeah, I mean it's an $80 rope, $80 pair of jeans, and don't take it the wrong way. I know $80 is a lot for a pair of jeans, but I've worn these for 2 months now, or pushing 2 months, and they're tough. They're good, tough jeans, and you know what? They're not going to spend your money that you give them on a bunch of anti-gun bullshit. They're just going to sink it into the company to give you some good cowboy jeans. And then exactly. It almost made me cry when they did that because I thought the 501s was the best pair of jeans on earth.
You don't need Levi no more.
Nope, branded denim. And Miss Kelly Martin is a sweetheart of a woman too. So, and she also makes custom boots. She's actually a master boot maker as well. And then we got our buddy old Josh Williams.
Where to go to get your jeans?
Yep. And then Josh Williams is throwing in a hat. And so yeah, it's a good deal. It's about a $200 deal, and you could win it for $10. So go find my link. I've got a couple posts up there, and there's a link in my bio on Instagram and as well on Facebook. So go check it out. And if you can't find it, send a message. We'll get you over there. But I'm gonna draw the winner Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then I think on the 1st we're gonna go ahead and do a pre-sale for some T-shirts and maybe some hats, and it's gonna be cool. So we'll keep you posted, and thanks for tuning in. And on that note, I'm gonna turn out. So we'll catch you next time.
And keep in mind we have some Burning Daylight fucking merch that will be coming online soon. So be ready for that too, because y'all gonna want to get this shit. Looks fucking good.
Looks real good.
Doing the preview, and it's gonna be a good. So be ready for that. And on that note,
move your ass.
Burning Day night. Well, as I like to say, is you're burning brain cells.
All right, buddy. We'll catch you later.
All right, man.
All right. Bye.
Go fuck yourself. God, you're ugly.
I know.
Figure it out.
Oh, I'm getting there. And end.
The